We are kicking off with SmackDown, and while Solo Sikoa's bloodline may be down a couple of members, the faction made their presence felt during this week's show with some major story developments. SmackDown kicked off with Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Jeff Cobb coming out, and Solo introduced the fans to his newest man, JC, but it was later announced that his full name is JC Mateo. As we previously reported, WWE had trademarked the JC Mateo name, with fans expecting it would be for Cobb, and this isn't too big a stretch from his real name as they use his initials. Commentary also referred to him as JC instead of calling him Cobb, and interestingly, Mateo was not used at the time. In his promo, Solo said that Roman Reigns had taken everything from him and now he wanted it all back and planned to win the Money in the Bank briefcase along the way. Solo blamed Reigns losing to Cody Rhodes as the reason their family have lost so much, seemingly ignoring his own feud with Reigns over the Ulafala and the role of Tribal Chief. Solo plans to bring the undisputed WWE title back to the family and shared this ahead of the first ladder match qualifier between himself, Rey Fenix, and Jimmy Uso. The Street Champ then welcomed JC Mateo into the family and praised the new signing for ensuring that Jacob Fatu retained the WWE US Championship at Backlash. This angered Fatu, who grabbed the mic and teased tensions with Solo, and when he began with his all gas no brakes promo, Sikoa cut him off. Solo reminded Fatu of when he used to say, "I love you, Solo," and Fatu did say it, but when the US champ wasn't as enthusiastic as he once was, Solo demanded he do it again. The tension kept rising until LA Knight appeared right behind the group and pulled JC Mateo out of the ring for a quick attack before retreating through the crowd to avoid a bloodline beating. A feud between Sikoa and Fatu has been building for months, and it looks like WWE is finally ready to commit, even if this segment felt a bit offbeat. The angle effectively established how fragile their relationship has become, and later in the show, the trio were seen searching for Knight, though Fatu lagged far behind Solo and JC. This tease of tension was followed by the aforementioned Money in the Bank qualifying match with Solo Sikoa, Jimmy Uso, and Rey Fenix vying for a spot. Sikoa began by dominating Fenix in the corner and suggested to Jimmy that they work together to eliminate him, but Jimmy decided to team with Fenix against his own brother. The two sent Solo out of the ring, but once he'd recovered, Sikoa pulled Jimmy out and slammed his head into the announce table. This was a solid match showcasing three talented performers, though it felt predictable throughout, and while each competitor shined, Solo stood out as the most dominant. Rey Fenix rolled up Sikoa after Jimmy leapt from the top rope, but Charles Robinson was inexplicably fixated on Uso in the corner and missed the pin attempt. When he turned around, Sikoa had kicked out, and Solo would get the win on Fenix with a Samoan spike and a pinfall that Robinson didn't miss. During Fenix's pinfall attempt on Sikoa, commentary yelled at Robinson to count the pin, and his error was a surprising lapse in judgment from the seasoned official. Well, on Instagram, Robinson would apologize with a graphic of Winnie the Pooh and admitted to being out of position, adding that "we all mess up and learn from our mistakes." Post-match, LA Knight attacked Mateo and Fatu, and Nick Aldis confirmed that Mateo would make his in-ring debut against the man he attacked at WWE Backlash. After a commercial break, Mateo showcased his strength by tossing Knight around, and although Knight mounted some offense, Mateo repeatedly shut him down with his power. This wasn't a squash, nor was it entirely one-sided, but the match was heavily in JC's favor, and as they battled through another break, Mateo remained in control. Knight managed to rally and hit a springboard crossbody on Fatu and Sikoa at ringside, but this delay gave Mateo time to recover, and he'd win with the Tour of the Islands finisher. Mateo is off to a strong start in WWE, but the test will be if WWE can keep his momentum going forward, especially when he's in the vicinity of the shining supernova that is Jacob Fatu. Ahead of the main event, Jade Cargill came face-to-face with Tiffany Stratton, while Naomi would be seen stalking both Tiffany and Nia Jax. Jax defeated Cargill last week to earn a shot at Stratton's Women's Championship, a title Tiffany won by cashing in Money in the Bank on Jax on the first SmackDown of 2025. The bout featured intense back-and-forth action before Naomi's music hit, and she stormed to the ring with a chair, but before she could interfere, Jade Cargill's music hit. Jade took out Naomi, and back in the ring, Stratton executed the prettiest moonsault ever, but Jax kicked out, and commentary highlighted that this was the first time someone had kicked out. Frustrated, Jax grabbed the championship belt and attempted to leave, but reconsidered upon spotting a steel chair and re-entered the ring with the weapon in hand. Stratton delivered a dropkick, causing the chair to hit Jax in the face at an awkward angle, resulting in a cut to the irresistible force. Seizing the moment, Stratton ascended the turnbuckle and hit a second PME to secure the victory and retain her title, and Jax quickly exited the ring after her match without assistance. Jax also declined medical attention, but would take to Instagram after the bout, declaring, "Nobody makes me bleed my own blood," alongside a graphic image of the aftermath. In an update, PW Insider shared that Jax's injury was not as severe as it appears on screen, and backstage, she was tended to by WWE's medical team. Despite being in visible pain following the incident, Nia Jax maintained a professional demeanor behind the scenes. Tiffany Stratton later approached her to offer a sincere apology, and according to PW Insider, the exchange was respectful and ended on a positive note between the two superstars. On Twitter, though, Naomi mocked Jax for the laceration, saying she thought Samoans were known for their hard heads, but Jax's busted open like a can of biscuits. This was a big win for Tiffany Stratton, and the visual of Jax ending in a bloody mess only does big things for the women's champion, who is on a great path post-WrestleMania 41. What's your take on how the WWE Women's title picture looks at this point? How would you book things as they round the corner toward Money in the Bank? Let us know below. At Backlash, R-Truth prevented Randy Orton from punting John Cena, helping his childhood hero retain the WWE Championship and likely his last showdown with the Viper. During the post-show press conference, however, Truth confronted Cena and was met with an attitude adjustment through a table, a matter Truth discussed on SmackDown. In a sit-down interview with Wade Barrett, Truth explained that he doesn't want to fight Cena, but added, "If I have to beat him back to his senses, then I'll do it." Truth also revealed that he had already spoken to SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis, and their match is officially set for Saturday night's main event on May 24th. At this time, it does not appear that the championship will be on the line, as WWE has not made reference to this being a title match, but instead a match about Truth's connection to Cena. What's your take on how the R-Truth storyline with Cena has developed? Given Cena has limited dates, should WWE have gone ahead with someone else? And who, in your opinion, should have gotten a chance? Let us know down in the comments. In a vignette, Damian Priest reflected on his escalating feud with Drew McIntyre, expressing frustration over their ongoing conflict that has been simmering for a year or so. Priest said he was mad at myself for getting stuck in this vortex that is Drew McIntyre's petty, childish, vindictive bullshit, and is ready for a conclusion to this feud. That conclusion is set to arrive in the form of a steel cage match at Saturday night's main event and will serve as a rematch from their Sin City Street fight from WrestleMania 41. McIntyre got the win in Las Vegas, and in an in-ring segment on SmackDown, McIntyre agreed to the cage match for Saturday night's main event. Are you interested in this match? Does this feud still have an emotional investment, or is it time both men move on? Let us know in the comments. Alexa Bliss's return to SmackDown has also seen the return of her Lily doll, though the doll in question looked noticeably bigger than what fans have seen in the past. Bliss was also holding the doll by the throat during SmackDown as if she were choking it, potentially teasing that darker side to the goddess. There was a perfect visual after Bliss's win as she celebrated with a sign reading "Fireflies Fly Forever" in the background, an image Bliss would later share on social media. It was just last week that Bliss came face-to-face with Charlotte Flair and encouraged them to talk, and the pair also came face-to-face this week on SmackDown. Bliss insinuated that the pair had been friends, an idea Charlotte quickly rejected, but Bliss recalled Charlotte being nice to her when Alexa joined NXT. Flair had no memory of this and mocked Bliss for taking something like that to heart, and it appears that Bliss is trying to find a friend, perhaps one that could replace Bray. The interesting thing about this is that there are people who could fill that void, the Wyatt Six, but Bliss is, at this time, not looking to align with them just yet. While many expect Bliss to join the Wyatt Six down the line, it appears she'll be on an emotional roller coaster first as she tries to find a new friend. Are you interested in this idea, and do you think Charlotte will eventually align with Bliss, perhaps to earn herself a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match? Let us know below. SmackDown featured not one but two qualifying matches for Money in the Bank, as in women's action, Chelsea Green, Alexa Bliss, and Michin competed in a triple threat match. Michin knocked Green out of the ring with a super kick, giving herself and Bliss a chance to face off, and when Green re-entered, she was immediately sent back to the outside. The former United States champion responded by taking both opponents out with a dive before a commercial break gave fans a chance to cool off. The match picked up during the break, becoming more physical as all three women fought for momentum, and while Bliss and Michin were crowd favorites, Green also had strong reactions. While most of this match was solid, with only one or two missteps, it never quite reached the level of intensity expected for a match of such massive importance. Green landed an unpretty her on Michin, but Bliss capitalized with a Sister Abigail DDT on Green to secure the win, earning a spot in the ladder match and a huge ovation from the crowd. Since her return to WWE at the 2025 Royal Rumble Premium Live event, Alexa Bliss has enjoyed growing fan support, even despite vanishing from TV after the Elimination Chamber PLE. Bliss's last title, excluding the 24/7 Championship, was the Raw Women's Championship in 2018, a title she won by cashing in the Money in the Bank contract the same night as she won it. Under Triple H's creative direction, WWE has often leaned into fan sentiment, and with the momentum behind Bliss, her victory here could be the first step towards a title run. Giulia is officially the newest member of the WWE SmackDown roster, as confirmed by General Manager Nick Aldis during this week's episode of The Blue Brand. The Beautiful Madness was seen exiting Aldis' office in a backstage segment that also featured Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, and Giulia stared the two women down. Aldis then made the official announcement to Bliss, Flair, and the audience, and Giulia is no stranger to the main roster, having already appeared in this year's Women's Royal Rumble. Her final match in NXT was a loss to Jordynne Grace as a #1 contenders match to challenge champion Stephanie Vaquer at Battleground. Giulia held the gold for 63 days after dethroning Roxanne Perez at New Year's Evil to begin 2025, and we'll have to see what's next for Giulia as a SmackDown superstar. Do you think adding Giulia to the main roster is a good move, or is the former NXT Women's Champion at risk of getting lost in the shuffle? Share your thoughts down below. A lot went down as WWE gears up for Saturday night's main event and the road to Money in the Bank, and amidst all the chaos and excitement, one major name was noticeably absent. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare himself, was advertised for tonight's show, at least for the live crowd and possibly even an appearance on SmackDown, yet Cody was nowhere to be seen, no in-ring promo, no backstage segment, no explanation, and this is only fueled speculation. While WWE hasn't officially commented on his absence, some unconfirmed reports suggest that the decision to pull Cody was a last-minute call, possibly due to internal concerns surrounding the direction of his return to TV. As always, we'll keep you updated and provide clear, confirmed details as soon as more reputable sources weigh in on the situation. Should Cody Rhodes turn heel right now, or should he continue fighting the good fight as a fan-favorite babyface? On SmackDown, Aleister Black faced Carmelo Hayes in a rematch against the winner of this year's Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Black appeared eager to put his rivalry with Hayes and The Miz behind him and move on to bigger things, but it appears any post-Miz and Hayes plans will have to wait. This was a great match until The Miz interrupted, and while the match was ruled a DQ win for Black, the commentary team suggested that it was essentially a no contest. Doubt was cast over the outcome's legitimacy, but nevertheless, Black managed to take Miz out, but Hayes capitalized on the chaos and attacked Black to end the segment standing tall. This likely sets up a trilogy bout between Black and Hayes in the near future, and Saturday night's main event next week could be the ideal stage for their third encounter. The show already has 4 matches, and given that WWE PLEs now seem to stick with a 5-match lineup, Hayes vs. Black 3 could be the ideal addition to the event. With that said, there's no women's title match on the card at this time, and we'll just have to wait and see what gets added to next week's major event. Video game news now, as Take-Two Interactive has officially announced that WWE 2K26 is in development, with the announcement coming during the company's latest earnings call. It was shared that the release window set for Take-Two's fiscal year 2026, which spans from April 1st, 2025 to March 31st, 2026, and this news comes after 2K25 hit shelves on March 14th. That game was available for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, and fans who ordered the special Deadman and Bloodline editions received early access on March 7th. Now, despite that game's recent debut, Take-Two is already moving forward with the franchise's next installment, and this isn't the only WWE game in the works. In addition to 2K26, Take-Two also revealed WWE 2K Mobile, a new mobile title set to release in fall 2025 in partnership with Netflix. The mobile entry aims to deliver wrestling action on the go, as well as give the WWE 2K series a new platform and audience for fans who haven't got time to sit down and play at a console. For fans of the series, these announcements confirm the continuation of WWE 2K's annual release cycle, and fans can expect new content on consoles and mobiles soon enough. Thanks to Becky Lynch's attack, Bayley has been out of action for a month now, and the role model is working hard to get back in the ring. On Instagram, Bayley shared an image of her workout saying that it was comeback season, baby, and even teased that she'll be going after Lynch when she's 100%. Bayley's post had Lynch's theme song playing, making clear the role model is ready for payback on the woman who cost her the chance to compete at WrestleMania 41. Are you hoping to see a Lynch-Bayley feud when Bayley is back on her screens, or should WWE go in a different direction? Let us know below. Now, Sheamus is no stranger to competing at WrestleMania, and while he didn't get a chance to appear this year, it wasn't for lack of trying from the former WWE champion. Speaking to Alex McCarthy of the Daily Mail, Sheamus said that he pitched to get into the Intercontinental title picture for the show, as he still hopes to finish the WWE Grand Slam. Sheamus called it his holy grail, but instead, WWE went with the 4-way between Dominic Mysterio, Braun Breaker, Penta, and Finn Balor that wowed fans at WrestleMania Sunday. For years, the Intercontinental title has eluded Sheamus, and would you have liked to have seen him in this title match, or was what fans saw in Las Vegas perfect the way it was? In early 2025, Carmella left WWE after her contract was not renewed, close to 2 years after her final match with the company. Carmella had spent time away due to pregnancy and post-birth health issues, including drop foot, and has now opened up about the manner to which her WWE tenure ended. Speaking with Sports Illustrated, Carmella couldn't help but feel overlooked by WWE when she was cut, despite always trying to do right by the company. She said, "I was upset. I really was upset, and I was hurt by how it went down because I feel like I was always a company girl. I did what was asked of me. I was with the company for 12 years, and I always did what was asked of me. I felt hurt that had happened in the way it did because it's not like I was just some chick who stepped in for a couple of years and did a couple things and then left. I really was there for a while." Despite doing all WWE asked of her, Carmella was cut in the most unceremonious of ways and is now looking forward to a future and possibly being given her flowers. She explained, "I feel like I was under that umbrella for so long that I'm so excited to explore and see what else is out there. I think over time it'll hit me, and I think it'll also hit the fans in the WWE universe, my contribution to this business, and to know what I gave to this company and all the things I did." Carmella is yet to compete post-WWE, and where would you like to see her go next? Is AEW in the cards, or perhaps TNA, or something else entirely? Share your thoughts down in the comments section. In tag team action, Fraxiom defeated DIY, but Ciampa and Gargano would deliver a post-match beatdown that would be cut short by the Motor City Machine Guns. It was also revealed that with the Street Profits now at 100% following their TLC match, they will put the tag team titles on the line next week against Fraxiom. Santos Escobar spoke about loyalty on SmackDown and made clear that he expects Angel to be loyal to a Legado del Fantasma after Berto slapped Santos last week. Despite Escobar's demands, it surely seems that Angel will be loyal to Berto, his actual blood relative, and Escobar wants Angel to bring Berto back into the faction. Will Angel be able to convince Berto to work with Santos Escobar again, or is this setting up for the complete end of LDF? Share your predictions down in the comments. The road to Money in the Bank will continue on next week's SmackDown as 2 triple threat qualifying matches have been announced. In her first match as a SmackDown superstar, Giulia will take on Charlotte Flair and Zelina Vega, and the winner of that will earn a spot alongside Alexa Bliss in the women's ladder match. As for the men, Aleister Black will battle LA Knight and Shinsuke Nakamura, with the winner entering the match that Solo Sikoa already has a spot in. With qualifying matches also set for next week's Raw, these spots will quickly fill up as 2 superstars will leave the June 7th PLE with guaranteed title matches to their name. And that was this week's SmackDown, and what did you make of the show and the build to Money in the Bank? Let us know down in the comments section. And we're ending today with Sabu, who sadly passed away earlier this month, and now a GoFundMe has been launched to help his family with funeral costs and other expenses. On his one-of-a-kind podcast, Rob Van Dam announced the GoFundMe, which has already smashed its $25,000 goal and is currently sitting at over $45,000. Notable names who have donated include Brian Myers, Joel Gertner, Deanna Purrazzo, Steve Macklin, and Chris Jericho, while Scott D'Amore has contributed over $15,000. Fans and wrestlers have once again come together to help those struggling at this time, and our thoughts remain with Sabu's family and loved ones at this difficult period.